Hey guys, DiabloManDan here. In part 7 of the 0 to 2 million gold challenge, we are going to explore concentration crafting. As you can see here, I've been busy leveling up alts for concentration crafting. I won't be covering the leveling process here as I did that in a video already called 10 to 70 in 2 hours. I showed how I used the distinct earthen skywriting add-on to level up my alliance alts from 10 to 70 in 2 hours and 5 minutes. If you haven't seen that yet, I highly recommend you do before leveling any of your alts. I got a lot of feedback from that video, and a lot of people didn't seem to believe me or just thought it was just because of the anniversary XP buff. Let me make this clear. For exploration, the XP buffs you can get, such as the Warband XP, Darkmoon Fair, and others, they don't work. It is also faster to level doing a Horde character if you follow the world record route in the add-on. You can get that to under 1 hour if you have the right toys and with lots of practice. I tried a Horde alt using this, doing the earthen intro instead of the Burning Crusade part since I didn't have the right toys. I was able to do it in 1 hour and 27 minutes. Anyway, you can give that add-on a try if you haven't yet for leveling earthen alts. With that out of the way, we can focus on everything that happens to get the alt ready to become an enchanting concentration alt. Here we will get Monopoly G set up. As you can see, the /played in the chat, he was the alt to hit level 70 in 1 hour and 27 minutes. Alright, first thing I do is head over to the war bank and grab 60,000 gold to help with leveling up enchanting, getting recipes, tools, and anything else they may need. I could probably optimize this a bit more and get the amount needed reduced, but it works well for now. Now, we obviously want to pick up enchanting. After that, and on the way to do the crafting intro quest, grab the silver Dornagle rod treasure, which is next to the outside crafting orders table. Now, do the crafting intro quest and pick the satchel with the enchanting supplies. This will give us 40 storm dust, 5 gleaming shards, and more importantly, 350 artisans acuity. Next, I work on getting my enchanting leveled up to 25. To do this, I disenchant cuffs that I crafted on my main. This will not only get us some skill ups, but it will also give us our weekly knowledge points and artisans acuity from disenchanting. Once the skill ups slow down from disenchanting, around skill level 20, then I head to the enchanting trainer, learn some more recipes, and then grab some enchanting vellum and the bismuth rod to craft the rune bismuth rod. After I equip the rod, I do Gleaming Shatter until I hit level 25. Next, pick up the weekly enchanting quest, and hopefully you'll have the mats to complete it already. If not, you can get them at the next stop, which is the auction house. I'm looking for item level 357 gear, since my alt is still in level 10 starter gear. Why item level 357? It's because it is much cheaper than higher item level stuff. I usually just pick up a weapon, but more gear will only help kill the few mobs that we have to faster. One of the main reasons all my concentration alts are rep paladins is so I can import my mains build from the World of Warcraft website. This makes it much easier than manually selecting what spells and everything you need. Now I just need to move some spells around on my bar and I'll have the same setup as my main. Now that we have that out of the way, we can grab the other enchanting treasure in the Isle of Dorn. As a reminder, my used knowledge point tracker is extremely helpful in showing where the treasures are and letting you know when you'll be able to start getting shimmering dust. I have the link in the description, and if you don't have it, I highly recommend it. Time to go disturbed earth farming in order to get the 2 weekly enchanting treasures. After getting these, we will be able to get shimmering dust from disenchanting. I stay in the Isle of Dorn and pretty much put on steady flight and look for the patches. It doesn't really take long in order to get them. Usually you can get both of them after hitting up 5 to 7 disturbed earth patches. That was fun. Now let's get back to focusing on enchanting leveling. The first knowledge points you want to spend is on unlocking the Gleeful Glamours. These will give you back more knowledge points than they cost to unlock, as well as giving you artisan's acuity. You want to put 5 points into ephemerals, enrichments, and equipment, and then put only 15 points into deceptive decorations. From there, I basically followed the enchanting leveling guide from wowprofessions.com. I've been using that website for years. The link to the enchanting leveling guide is in the description. I start at the Gleeful Glamour section of the guide. After doing the Gleeful Glamours, if I'm not at 50 yet, I just craft an extra glimmering versatility to get there, and then follow the rest of the guide to skill level 100. While you are leveling enchanting up following the guide, you will want to stop a few times and disenchant cuffs to get not only shimmering dust, but also shards and storm dust you can use in your leveling journey. At the end of the leveling process, we will want to have 1,000 Artisan's Acuity and a total of 160 knowledge points available to spend. To help get there, I have my main craft up around 200 cuffs for my alt to disenchant. Yes, this does include the ones we already disenchanted. You might need more or less depending on the RNG gods. Don't worry though, this isn't the only source of knowledge points we will use. When you get a break in leveling, you can visit the Renowned Quartermaster in Dornogal and get the jewel-etched enchanting notes for 50 Artisan's Acuity, which will give you 50 Artisan's Acuity back and 10 knowledge points. You'll have to have Renown level 12 in order to unlock it. Alright, now we have maxed out enchanting. We were lucky enough to hit exactly 1,000 Artisan's Acuity. Now let's work on our specializations and figure out what we need to do next. After unlocking all the trees, let's focus on everlasting enchantments. For this alt and all the other ones actually, I have been focusing on ring enchants since they still sell really fast. So we will need to max everlasting enchantments, Arathor alterations, and extenuated accessories. That leaves us with 64 knowledge points. Next, we move to Supplementary Shattering. We max out Supplementary Shattering and Immaculate Ingenuity. The last 4 points we will put into Resourceful Residue. We will work to also max it out once we get 26 more knowledge points. In order to get the remaining knowledge points we need, we will do a couple of things. We will pick up the rest of the one-time enchanting treasures and also buy the Web Sparkles book for the last 10 knowledge points we need. All the coordinates for these are on Mayu's knowledge point tracker that I've been using for this entire video. Also, in order to buy the Web Sparkles book, I had to transfer over 565 Kej from my main. Now that we have all our knowledge points, we can work on getting our profession gear. If you still don't have enough knowledge points, feel free to disenchant more cuffs until you get the Resourceful Residue maxed out. If you do a lot of alts, it can be a good investment for you to be able to craft your own profession tools. If you can't, then you can have someone do them for you. I do a public order for the Enchanter's Crystal, but my main can craft both the Enchanter's Hat and the Runed Nullstone Rod. For the Runed Nullstone Rod, don't forget to get the Ingenuity missive to make sure it crafts with Ingenuity. I usually tend to forget about that right until I am ready to send the order to my main. Don't be like me. Also, don't forget the Ingenuity enchant for your tool. I also get the Magically Infinite Messenger Bag crafted. This isn't required, but every little bit helps when it comes to profession stats. You get 20 more resourcefulness and 20 ingenuity with it. The good news is that to craft it, my main can use his Artisan's Acuity for it. Like I said, if you can't do the bag, it's not a big deal. We have already decided on crafting ring enchants on this concentration alt. Here's where I decide which one I want to get. For this alt, I'm going to go for the Radiant Haste enchant. I decided on this one since this enchant still sells very fast. Now, with all that setup done, we can get to the fun and easy part of this, the actual crafting and gold collecting. One thing we need is profane tinderboxes. You can get those in delves, but for this, you'll want to get them from the auction house. This is also the part where a bit of math will help. Remember, you can exchange 3 vial of Kaheti oils for 1 profane tinderbox. So check to see if it's cheaper to buy 3 vials than 1 tinderbox. You can also exchange 3 of the Viridian Charm Cap, Ringing Deeps Ingot, or Gloom Fathom Hide. I add all of these to my auction house favorites so I can see at a glance which would be the better purchase. Since we have 1,000 concentration, I tend to buy enough to craft 5 enchants to start with, since our concentration cost will be 178 each. Hopefully our ingenuity will proc and we'll be able to craft more than that. I also buy rank 2 forge frameworks to give us another 225 to ingenuity. Also, since it's winter, don't forget the vial of bountiful seasons for the resourcefulness buff as well. If you don't have a lot of extra gold at this point, rank 2 is fine. Before you start crafting the enchants, be sure to shatter essence for the buff and use your vial of bountiful seasons. Now, with everything we need, we can start crafting and hoping for the ingenuity procs. Nice, we got 3 ingenuity procs, so we will be able to craft 3 more enchants. Unfortunately, I can only buy one more tinderbox since I have run out of gold. I'll have to craft one more, put them up on the auction house, and wait for them to sell in order to use the remaining concentration. But that's not really a big deal, just takes a little bit of extra time. Now let's take a look at our gold progress so far. On my concentration alts, once they get over 50,000 gold, I put the extra gold into the war bank. This adds up pretty quickly, but let's count and see what we got here first. Monopoly Man has 1,052,000 gold. Monopoly A, 50,000. B, 50,000. C, 50,000. D, 50,000. E has 45,000. F is 50,000. And G's got some mail, but he's got 43,000. Let's take a look at the war bank here. War bank, I got 113,000 gold in there. So add that all together, it brings us to 1.5 million gold so far. So we got 500,000 gold left to complete the challenge. If you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I like to hear how you guys are doing if you are doing the challenge yourself. And until next time.